is right.
All right, gentlemen. Let's move straight to our next conversation. The back and forth over tinted glass for vehicles continues. A Delta State High Court in Ororokwe has issued an interim order restraining the Nigerian police from enforcing the tinted glass permit policy, which the police authorities had said would commence on the 2nd of January 2026. Justice Joe Egu gave the order earlier today following an ex parte motion filed by Israel Uju, the applicant against the Inspector General of Police, the Nigerian Police and the Commissioner of Police in Delta State, who are the respondents in the suit. The court also restrained the police from stopping, harassing, arresting, detaining or extorting Nigerians under the guise of enforcing the tinted glass permit policy, pending the hearing and the determination of the substantive application filed in the suit. Lagos-based rights lawyer Inibe Effiong, who posted a copy of the court document on his social media, said the implication of the order is that the police would not be able to enforce the tinted glass permit policy as planned. I mean, Asuko, talk to me. What do you make of this story? He said they can't go ahead with this thing because there's a court order, but it's an ex parte injunction. How binding, is this order on the police IG, especially looking at the federal nature of the police?
No, I think since it's ex parte, just for a while, pending when the real matter would, be called, to the court.
Okay.
I'm very, very happy about this matter because I know what it took me to even go and, get my permit. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all, And the reasons the police were giving for them to bring this permit, I read the response of the police spokesman, and I was just like,
what's going on?
What is going on? Because if you look at the number of Nigerians who have cars, with tinted permits, most of those cars are not even something that you buy and then you put those, tinted glasses. It comes as factory fitted. I know there was a time they wanted to introduce it. They said if it's factory fitted, you can go, but now they are enforcing it on everybody. But you can't enforce it because if it's coming from abroad, what do you want to do? There's nothing you can do. Do you want me to go and remove the entire thing? And so sometimes they need to also reason with Nigerians. Nobody is happy, to buy, Tokumbo vehicle and then the glass is there, because people are spending money for them to get these permits. If you even want to register, then get the problem and the issues you have before you even register.
Oh, the bottleneck.
Yes, you can't even, because when you even finish registering, you still have to go to the police command for you to go and do biometrics. Something you have done online, you still have to go to police command for you to go and do biometrics. So why are you making life difficult for people?
It's like KYC.
You understand? They will tell you is that they want to check BVS, they want to do this. At the end of the day, so if you have 10 cars, you have to register all the 10 cars, you pay for all the cars. So when you look at all this, it's like you are not making life easy for the ordinary man. And now that is why the Nigerian Bar Association is taking this matter as if their life depends on it. And I am in total support because if, for instance, I have cars in the house, but thank God I only have one, if I have 3 or 4,
more come.
Amen. If I have, it means, and then I bought a vehicle that has a tinted, I have to pay. And the reasons that they are giving is because of insecurity. And just like NBA was saying, are you saying that those Boko Haram members are the ones that are always inside the tinted glass? Or the terrorists or the bandits? Because that is the reason, that is what the NBA was saying. You understand?
I get
so
you.
They should just make life easy for people. We are not saying that they can't because they say, okay, fine. They want to reduce insecurity. But I can tell you for free, when they start enforcement, those who are driving big cars will not be touched.
Okay. Okay. All right, gentlemen, we need to go on this quick break. And when we return, the conversation continues. Don't go away. It's still Journalist Hangout. All right, still Journalist Hangout. If you just joined us, I still have BKO right here and Asukwe James. But let's also tell you that there's a live telecast of Christmas Carol organized by the Lagos State Government. Journalist Hangout continues on other platforms. Okay, so BKO, back to the conversation, talking about this tinted glass permit. It's an ex parte injunction.
Yes.
I mean, how binding is this order on the police?
Oh, it has to be binding. It has to be binding. And the police are not too big to obey our laws and the orders of our courts.
Okay.
You know, as I said, when the Abelo EFCC matter was raging, and he had a restraining order.
Okay.
You know, you cannot, somebody who has a restraining order, you can't go to his house with the intention of arresting him. He has an order of the court, a valid order of the court.
Without setting aside.
What you can do is to set that order aside. You can approach a superior court to set it aside. You don't go there, you know, guns are blazing. to use Donald Trump's lingo. So to say we want to pick that person up. So the police, because there was an order of the court, what this order has done is to reinforce an earlier order. Because people had been warning the police to respect the order of the court. Now they have another court restraining them from implementing the tinted glass permit enforcement. You know, so because at the end of the day, people see this simply as an attempt by the police to make money off Nigerians.
Exactly.
What is the point? Nigerians are going through a lot already. Don't bring anything that forces them to part with hard-earned money. There was a time when, I think it was during the time of the immediate past customs CG.
Okay.
I mean,
the soldier who found himself in customs, and they were like, okay, that they will be going to the streets to impound vehicles that they are found not to have paid all the custom dues and all that. Vehicles illegally brought into the country. Okay. If you drop the ball and you allow vehicles to come into our country, several miles into our country, you can't be doing that. And then you'll be stopping people on the road. Some people had bought their cars for 5 years. They were seeking to still take money from those people. People had been using their cars for 5, 6 years. Nigerians approached the Senate, and the Senate said, no, you can't do that. You want to look for money, there are other ways by which you can look for money, not to be harassing people on the street. Somebody has bought a car about 10 years ago. You now go to him and say, oh, we discovered that you didn't pay what you were supposed to pay. And then you stop such a person, and you impound their vehicles. No.
Doesn't make sense.
You know, that kind of thing can even lead to violence.
Sure.
I do not have a car with tinted glasses, but I feel for people who bought cars, not because they want to hide their faces, but it was because that was what was available to them.
Exactly.
You know? So, and the real terrorists, the bad boys, they hardly even move around in this kind of cars. Some of them move around in the open. You see them. You are helpless about it. Some don't wear mask. The one who attacked somebody on Allen Avenue and collected his expensive jewelry, he didn't cover his face. That was why they were able to catch him through the CCTV. So I don't think that they should inflict further pains on Nigerians. If you know how angry some Nigerians are over the depreciation of the economy, how they're having to pay more by way of school fees, you know, how they have to pay more for food and all that, you have to pity them. But when you bring this kind of thing for people who are struggling to survive, and the pain that you even inflict on the people because you don't have a properly structured means of making even those who want to pay pay in peace and go. It is what the NBA is worried about. The NBA sees this as clear module for extortion. And that's why they say no. They approach the courts. Stop infringing the rights of Nigerians. Stop, stop inflicting pain on the already long-suffering Nigerians. That is the point. And if there is a subsisting court order, you must obey it.
But the thing
you must obey it. Otherwise, you are asking for anarchy.
There's a subsisting court order. They said there's going to be a result. Another court order again.
Exactly.
Must it take 2 orders before they obey? That's the point.
I think they have to be called to order.
Exactly.
Our courts are meant to be obeyed.
True.
The executive has to call the police to order. That's my governor. You know, have to call the police to order. It's just the right thing to do.
The way they are behaving is as if they have a target to meet.
No, they need the money badly. They need the money badly.
It's like they have a target.
Police have become revenue generating agency.
Well, you know? They should be a revenue generating.
They become FRS.
I don't think that is right. But looking at it, so what you're saying basically is that police should have waited for, to set it aside before coming up with this matter. All right, gentlemen, let's move straight to our final conversation.